So the next big question after why Katappa killed Bahubali, that is when to start the IES GS preparation. Okay. See, actually from the last year experience, many people joined our course just before 3 months or 4 months before the examination. Okay, then what happened? They are unable to cope up with the syllabus. We covered a lot of syllabus and UPSC mentioned 10 topics. Each topic itself is very huge, having the huge syllabus. Okay, so we face this particular problem. So that is why, this video we will explain why you should join now itself. Okay, see, it's not only in our IES GS course. Okay, of course we will advertise our website, that is our business model, not only ours, anyone, but I'm saying not only in our IES GS, whether if you want to join in any other standard institute, any other institute, then you join now itself. It's better you join now itself for IES GS. Okay, why should I join now? Because the syllabus is very huge. You cannot cover within 3-4 months. It's better you join now itself, and some of the syllabus even matches with your optional subject. Optional means your conventional subject. Okay, and then UPSC is going deep every year. For example, in 2017 the ethics questions are very few, like 4 or 5 questions, but last year they asked approximately 10 to 11 question or 12 question, and they went very deep. Okay, even the material science also, they are going deep, and even environment, you forget about the theoretical questions, even they are going into the numerical questions also. Okay, to understand each and every concept, you need to start preparation now itself. Okay, whether it is a IES GS from our institute or any other standard institute or any other, whichever institute you want, you please join now itself. And here many times so many people ask, like, please mention important topic. Okay, I can mention important topic whichever I feel important to me, but UPSC is not going to ask from that. You need to understand that. So please, my dear friends, don't ever ask important topics. It is not a our engineering semester exam. Okay, UPSC can ask from anywhere. UPSC is meant for the unpredictability. So just referring the important topics at the last minute may help you to fetch up to 50 to 60 marks, but that is not enough. Okay, and then and UPSC is continuously changing its focus on different subjects. For example, in 2017 you might have seen, like, we became very famous because of the drawing subject, drawing lectures. Okay, they became instantaneous hit. Why? Because in those days no one is there to teach the drawing. But these days they are not even asking for drawing. Only one question last year, and even in 2018 also there was only one question. Okay, and last year they asked so many questions on design. This year only one question numerically and 2-3 questions theoretical questions. Okay, that means they change every year. They change from subject to subject. So why they change? Is UPSC crack? Is UPSC mental? No. The main idea behind changing the focus on every subject every year is, if they start giving in the same pattern every year, what happens? You totally neglect this. You just focus on some of the subjects from which UPSC is asking more questions, and you neglect other subjects. But the idea of including all the subjects is you need to learn it. Okay, when you join in the engineering services, you should have this knowledge. That is what they are expecting from you. Okay, so that means you need to read each and everything. You cannot escape. Of course you can leave the subject, but you need to prepare for leaving some questions also in that case. And avoid last minute rush. Why? Because if you join 2 to 3 months or 4 months just before the January or a prelims exam, then what happens? You need to cope up with a huge syllabus from your technical, and then this also. And last year in 2019 what happened? The technical paper also became very tough. They used to ask direct questions like formulas, but this year what happened? So many numerical questions came. That too numerical, they are not asking the basic formula. Wherever that twist is there in the question, in the conventional, when you are doing the conventional paper, wherever you find the twist, they are including those twists and giving. And most of the questions, actually I have gone through this mechanical paper, and it is very tough question paper. Tough question in the sense it take a lot of time, and they included all the possible twist. Okay, so you need to spend enough time at least, at the last month for the technical paper. And if you start reading this, then your mind will unable to cope up with a lot of pressure at the last minute. So it's better you learn now itself. Why? Because these subjects are very, very easy compared to your technical subjects. These subjects are very, very easy. But only thing is, most of the people are neglecting. Of course, its weightage is 200 only, but why do you want to neglect it? If you start reading only 2 hours a day from now onwards, it won't give that much pressure at the end. Okay, you just read 2 hours a day and you can easily understand everything. So that is what my main idea here. Okay, and how much to read? That is one more question. Actually I'm not making fun of my students here, but many of the students, they simply mail and ask for important video numbers in each subject. Okay, again we feel a lot of difficulty to decide that. Why? Because if I miss some video number and if the question is coming from that, then he is at the disadvantage end. Okay, so that is what you need to cover all the theory whichever we provided in the video lectures, or whichever theory provided by the other institutions. Okay, because most of the 80 to 90% questions are theoretical in nature here in the IES GS paper. So when you read the theory, don't mug up. You need to understand that. You need to understand. Even for the current affairs also, it is not just like you read something and then you mug up. No, you need to understand. Why? Because most of the questions are conceptual these days. Okay, so only by understanding the theory you can be able to answer those questions in the exam. So immediately after that, you need to practice different questions on that particular theory whichever you read here. And coming to the numericals, if you observe numericals, if they go so much deep into the numericals, of course it's better you leave that question, no need to attempt. Why? Because it's unnecessarily consume more energy and time there. So but numericals on the basic formulas you should not miss. So whatever basic formulas we have taught in the video lectures, then you need to practice on that. And then revision is very, very important component. I always emphasize on the revision and practice. Okay, at the end of the day, even though you accumulate infinity amount of knowledge, it is not useful in the examination without revision or practice. So revision at a regular intervals and periodic intervals. I have made some video on this, how to do effective revision. So this is also very much important here. Okay, how much to read. See here why I am emphasizing here specifically, because we have seen like some of the students, especially from the other branches means electrical and electronics. Actually I am from mechanical, so they feel this design part is difficult. Okay, so they don't know how much to read or where to put a full stop, because we included so much of a design portion. So what happens, they start doing so many other questions, so many extra questions, but what happens, they may ask or may not ask. Okay, so you don't need to spend that much time on the numericals, only you spend time on the basic numericals. Okay, if they are coming in the exam, whatever you read, it is good. Otherwise, if it is not coming, then you just leave it, because you, my dear friends, you remember this is a relative performance. For example, if you are from the electrical background and if other electrical students also feeling the difficulty, then that means you are not at the disadvantage end. Okay, and the order of reading, this is also important thing. Okay, see, order of reading, our nature is like this. Our nature is like this, like we always go after the unknown topics. We forget about the known topics. We forget about the known topics and go after unknown topics. Then in the process, what happens? Each and every topic almost carries this equal amount. And here, if you consider, if you look into the paper, see, aptitude and mathematics continuously together, they are coming 20 to 25 marks, 25 questions, not marks. That means 40 to 50 marks. Out of 200 marks, aptitude plus maths are coming around 40 to 50 marks. How can you neglect this? By concentrating, too much on other topics. You cannot neglect this. Okay. So Even in the examination also, I already mentioned, you need to attempt this aptitude and mathematics at the starting itself. Why? Because at the end, because of the tension, you may not be able to recollect the concepts here, and most of the time these are involving the calculations, and if you are under pressure, then your calculations, there is a 50 to 60% chances that your calculation will go wrong, even for the experienced person also. So it's a better use all this aptitude and mathematics at the starting itself, so that your mind will be out of without pressure, and you will get accurate answers. And one more thing here is, if you take other subjects like environment, ICT, or ethics, or even quality, the sentences are like most of the time we will choose based on our discretion or by elimination. Most of the time here we will choose the answer by elimination or our discretionary power. Why? Because we don't know the exact answer, but we know 60 to 70% of the answer. Okay, but whereas in the aptitude and mathematics, and even in the material science also, and project management, the answer is a certain. Okay, if you are able to do this, or if you know the procedure, you will get the answer. That's it. Okay, so that's why don't neglect aptitude and mathematics. Attempting mathematics and aptitude starting in the examination itself, and I strongly suggest you to start with aptitude and mathematics. Okay, you finish that and you do some certain preparation. Why? Because if you do mathematics, even in our technical part or here, if you come across any other mathematical formulas or any other mathematics, then you feel comfort also. Okay, two-way it will work. So I always strongly suggest you to start with aptitude and mathematics, and after that what to read. Should I start with environment, ICT, or current affairs, or project management, material science, or ethics, like this? So here, from here to here, project management, PM in project management, material science, and then ethics, quality. These are generally static in nature. What is the meaning of static? They are not going to change every year. What is the meaning of that? It's a syllabus, or the topics in that are not going to change every year. Okay, so here, once if you complete the syllabus, means definitely the question should come from that particular syllabus. Okay, that is the meaning of this. So these are not going to change, so you better complete the static syllabus here. And see, this also static syllabus. What is that? Drawing and design. But this order is especially for the triple E people, triple E under electronics. Okay, this order is for the electronics. Why? Because here you read this drawing, design, and safety at the end. At the end means first you complete this, and after that you this. Why? Because in the design portion there are a lot of syllabus, and most of the questions are numerical in nature. But whereas here the project management is very easy, and material science is useful for your optional subject also. That means your technical paper. For example, this year there are so many questions came from material science. Those are useful for the electrical students, like what is the magnetic properties, electrical properties related questions came. Okay, so this is a two-way useful. And ethics is very easy topic. Only thing is you need to understand those concepts, what they are trying to tell in different theories, and you try to apply those. How you get that? Because by having a lot of practice. Okay, ethics, and then quality. So you complete all these four first after this, and then you come to the, if you are from a civil or a mechanical background, then you take up the 9th also. What is that? Drawing, design, and safety. Why? Because it will complement your technical paper, and it is easy for you to understand. Okay, but for various electrical and electronics people, you better take this at the end in this order. Okay, and after that you come to the environment and ICT. Here in the environment, what is happening? Environment plus energy. Environment plus energy, the topic is very, very huge, and the UPSC is going so deep. If you read upper, you cannot get any question. Okay, so environment, you need to read each and everything and you remember that. Okay, and here environment is a combination of a static and as well as a dynamic portion. So in the static portion, most of the questions come from the static portion. Okay, and 22 sometimes it may go to the 30% also. 20 to 30% come from the dynamic portion. Dynamic means it is based on the recent happenings. Okay, only 20 to 15% sometimes. Okay, so environment, you need to revise again and again. Okay, here also you correlate while you are reading what is environment, you correlate. Okay, when you are reading something like a ecosystem, okay, and then what are the different types of ecosystem, you imagine, otherwise you Google it, otherwise you see different pictures that are available in our notes. Okay, like that, by using the pictures, if you can read, then you can remember for the more time. Okay, longer period. And then ICT again here consists of different parts like information related, communication and technology. So last year what happened, they asked most of the questions related to the internet and communications. Okay, and technology related questions also they asked. But before last year what happened, they asked most of the question based on the e-governance and the government related initiatives. So they are changing year by year. Okay, so this is also very huge topic. And for electronics people, electrical and electronics, they can take ICT even before environment. Okay, so this 8th topic is easy for the electrical and electronics, and the 9th topic is easy for the civil and mechanical people. Okay, based on your convenience you can shift this. You can keep between among any one of these 3, 4, 5, 6 topics. Okay, and after that you come to the drawing, design and safety. You can easily complete the drawing and then design. If you have more time, then you go through the basic formulas in the design basic. You don't need to go through each and every complicated chapter. Since we have given in the e-classes, it doesn't mean that you need to study each and everything from the design. And the safety, it is optional for you. Safety, at max 2 questions or 1 question come. And most of the time those questions are generic in nature. Even if you read so much of a syllabus, you may not be able to cover whatever they are asking. So safety is up to you. Okay, we are providing material, but it is up to you whether you read or not. Otherwise you can guess in the exam. Most of the time they ask you easy questions only. And coming to the current affairs, you can start giving focus on the current affairs at the last minute. And here again, it is also depending on the person. For example, if you are preparing only for IES, then it's better you start reading the current affairs only at the end, some 2 to 3 months before the exam. Now you no need to worry about the current affairs. But if you are also preparing for IAS along with the IES, then what happened, civil services, then of course anyway these current affairs whichever we provide is not enough. Then you should I think you should have been following some other current affairs also, okay, which is relevant to the civil services. In that case you also just every week or every month you brush up our current affairs. Okay, IES GS. Why? Ours is more specific to the IES. Okay, whatever portion we will give, you can take up. The students who are preparing for IAS along with the IES. Okay, otherwise you can take up our hyperloop. Okay, this year we are planning video hyperloop also. So whenever you feel bored, you can take that video hyperloop also. Okay, this is how you need to plan. And now onwards you should plan. And whenever you plan something, it should not be arbitrary. Whenever you plan something, you should have the time limit. Okay, for example, if I start the topic 1 aptitude, I should complete within the 20 days or within the 30 days. Okay, and after that topic 2 within 1 month or 2 months, like that. Okay, once this topic 1 is over, you should not leave this topic 1 into the oblivion. Like what I'm trying to say is, you need to revisit this, you need to revise this. For every month, 1 or 2 days you need to allocate exclusively for the revision. Otherwise everything will evaporate. If you don't read any subject continuously for 5 to 6 months, it will evaporate. Even though your favorite subject, even though you scored very high percentile, I bet you will forget that subject within 5 to 6 months. Okay, that is why the revision is very, very important part here. So like that, you need to have the timetable. Okay, whenever you are following something, you should have the timetable, and according to that you need to go. The planning is very, very important here. So in this order you need to go. Okay. And yeah, of course, since we are in the business and we are offering the video lectures, and yeah, we need to tell what we are offering. Okay, if you feel really interested, you can enroll for this. So what is that? We are offering the video covering entire the syllabus, and immediately after that we are also offering the practice questions. You might be knowing that. And last time we provided class notes for soft copies for the most of the chapters. This time we are refining everything, and we are trying to come up with the hard copies. Even video lectures also we are refining this. Okay, whichever feeling lengthy or whichever irrelevant we are removing, and whatever needed we are adding there. And this year a new initiative is hard copies, and then current affairs we are also trying to plan this videos. Why? Because many of the job holders are requesting for the video current affairs. Okay, and then yeah, people are becoming day by day so much sophisticated. Okay, they don't want to waste some time. And then test series, and then doubt support. Okay, my dear friends, again I am repeating, see, I am not advertising that you should join only in our institute. I'm saying if you are seriously preparing for IES to crack 2020, you better start now onwards. Don't think that there is one more year. Why? Because you need to plan your technical paper and as well as the IES GS. Okay, so if you plan from now onwards, then what happens? You can be able to spend only 1 or 2 hours in a day, and you can allocate most of your time to the technical, so that both will go parallelly, and you don't feel any pressure at the last minute.